Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It is Bianca from by Empress, and we're gonna do something a little different today. So we have a pick a card reading called Healing is Ancestor Work. So we're gonna get into any shadow work or liberation work that you need to focus on, whether that is, celebrating yourself and giving yourself your flowers, or healing generational cycles, or just healing for yourself that affects those who come after you and those who came before you. So we have 3 piles today, pile 1, 2, and 3. Just take some three deep mindful breaths, and let your intuition choose whatever card that you feel drawn to, and I will meet you at your piles. Hi, my pile ones. Welcome to your reading. So the card that you have chosen is number 21, Bride in a Cage. So I'm going to prop it up just because there is a bit of a glare on the card and I want you to be able to see it. So first, let's start with the card. So with Bride in a Cage, immediately I thought about, committing yourself to situations that are essentially dead, binding yourself to people and kind of forcing yourself to be happy in these spaces and feeling very empty inside, feeling like you have all these things but it just does not feel fulfilling. Just being in a space where you feel like you have to perform, you have to kind of wear this mask in order for people to see you in a certain light, but you're not feeling very happy. And it's for some of you, it's having these things and thinking it's supposed to make you happy, or having the situation or ideal partner that you may want, but there's just something missing. Or just feeling trapped in general. Trapped in the facade, trapped in a cycle, trapped in a way of being. Ancestors, what shadow work do my pile ones need to focus on? So we have the moon reversed. Sorry for shaking the camera. We have testimony. And we have rider. Back of the deck energy, we have the heart. So with the moon card, or the 8 of cups, this to me is giving wanting peace, wanting liberation, but not knowing where to step to get there, but also not wanting to make a mistake or step on anyone's toes. Also, this kind of gives me a feeling of shutting down emotionally, kind of bottling things up, pushing it down, down deep, so far down, so you're still able to function, so you're still able to show up in a way that sort of everyone expects you to. So maybe only a handful of people, or the people closest to you, have ever seen you truly be vulnerable. And that's something you may be working on, or you may need to work on. So with the testimony card, some of you have been through the ringer, and it's time to speak up. You don't know if just talking about it with someone, or just speaking aloud on your situation, will help you reach a point of clarity, a point of self-actualization, the point of realizing what cycle that you're in. 333 on the clock. And maybe even speaking out loud will help you kind of release this denial that is surrounded in this energy of, the bride in a cage, of what things are supposed to be, or these expectations you have of yourself, or upholding the expectations of others that you have internalized to the point where there's an alteration in your identity, in how you see yourself and how you operate. Um, and I feel like this is more so the essence of coming back home to yourself. And we have the Nine of Cups here with the Rider. So this is about, I love this though. The Nine of Cups, beautiful. So this is about a blessing coming in, maybe in the form of a person, maybe in the form of going on a trip with somebody and realizing that there is so much more to life than this situation. Just feeling like you want more for yourself. Feeling like you just need to detach. Like you just need you right now. Some of you may be going down south just to visit some family, and just kind of have that alone time, or just going down south by yourself to maybe visit your old neighborhood. Just touching base with your old roots to really kind of remind you or awaken something in you and this desire for more, and giving you the willpower, the energy, the support that you need to take steps and strides forward in having these revelations and making these changes. So if there's any other messages surrounding shadow work from my power winds. Okay. Open road, exactly what I'm talking about with the Rider card. And it landed right square in the middle, almost knocked everything over. But yes, having the road open for you to move forward in newness, in a new vision, in a new capacity, in a new self-awareness. And this is like, sorry, one second, let me just put this here. It's like 1, 2, and 3. So getting to a space where you're exiting the delusion, you're realizing what's happened, you're kind of examining, you know, the cycles in your mind and the things that you are putting up with, or the facade, and just exiting denial to the point where you are reaching the state of self-awareness, of self-love, or of liberation, quite literally, and having the opportunity to meet someone, or just having the opportunity to move on from this in general, by maybe getting therapy, by traveling, changing your environment, changing your scenery, or just, you know, like I said, getting back to your roots. Yes. And we have reciprocity, not necessarily in the reverse, but to the side. And we have birth in the reverse on the back of the deck. So reciprocity, this is giving me reevaluating who your community is and how much you are giving to others. And this is coming out of the energy of people pleasing or self-sacrificing for others to maintain this facade with them. This is like playing the game or being on the carousel with others and deciding to step off, deciding that what they're giving me doesn't feed me. The breadcrumbs is just not enough. It's exiting the state of feeling deprived. And we have spiritual work. And we also have going back to the future reversed. So for some of you, you might quite literally be going on a vacation back home. Maybe your roots are literally outside of the US. And this will help you gain this vision of what you need to do to remove yourself from these people, to give your ancestors the willpower to move this out. And some of you quite literally just need to ask for yourself, ask for guidance, or ask for help for them to move things out the way for you, for those who are venerating their ancestors and feeding them well. but there may be some spiritual work needed to kind of uncross things or just kind of help you with healing. So therapy may not be enough. There may be some spiritual work from a practitioner that you can do. I know some practitioners that do heart uncrossing services or services for those who have, trigger warning, experienced any SA or DV and things of that nature. So that may be something that for some of you, you can look into, and that will be of great assistance in just lifting your spirits. All right. And so if there's any final messages for my Power Ones and what they need to liberate themselves from. So we have 5 of Wands. So conflict with others and feeling the need to defend yourself. Finally entering a period of ease and just not allowing others to take so much from you. So finally have the room to repair and rebuild yourself, rebuild your inner child, just to put yourself back together. And even when you may not, I'm sorry, that's my cat. Even when you may not have a clear vision of who you used to be, you can always build a new identity, build yourself up back again. And with the 7 of Pentacles reverse, this is about finally releasing yourself, finally freeing yourself from the chains of the past or these situations, really being the key to your own liberation, truly. So you can step into a period of success. So you can step into a period of rebuilding financially. This may be, for some of you, being financially taken advantage of, or someone who kept you bound by the fact that they were providing security and stability. So for my Pile 1s, that is all I have for you. I am going to move on to my Pile 2. Hi, my Pile 2s. Welcome to your reading. So this is the card that you chose, number 12, which is Artificial Heart. So with this card, immediately what it was giving me is repression of feelings, just developing such a tough outer shell to the point where you aren't even sure where to go about feeling things that have come up, and maybe everything just feels, life just feels one-dimensional. Like things don't feel as exciting maybe as a kid versus now. And maybe even life doesn't feel super duper enjoyable as much as it can be. Also with Artificial Heart, this protective shell may be like, what are the images I'm getting? I don't know how to explain this. It's like those dolls. I don't know if they're Russian dolls, but like those dolls that are stacked inside another doll, and then there's another one in there inside the other one till you get to like the very core, and it's like the little tiny one. That's what this is kind of giving me, like having so many layers to protect you, from harm, and maybe to the point where you had to protect and harden so much to the point where you may develop some level of emotional unavailability, or this level of stoicness or stonewalling, just kind of like being reserved. So let's get some oracle messages. Ancestors, what's my pile? Okay. That came out for the last pile. What do my Pile 2s need to know when it comes to shadow work or liberation work? I guess the general theme for everybody is to speak up so far. Okay. These are beautiful cards. So, Spirit really wants you to know, first and foremost, going through a rebirth and a rediscovery of self is a slow process. It will be slow, but it will be so rewarding. It will be slow, but it's so rewarding. And you have so many pentacles here. Slow but rewarding. So allow yourself to as you are birthing, as you are laboring and changing and shifting your sense of self, things start to flow in. But it's important and paramount that we, kind of release the root of these issues. We pull things up by the root so those things, those weeds can no longer grow in our garden. So we can sweep it out and we can cleanse. And sweeping, like with cinnamon brooms or those really like old school brooms. I don't know if you guys know. And I don't really know how to explain it properly, but like this broom here, I don't know if you guys are from like the South or like those who are Caribbean or from South America. Those brooms that are made out of like I don't want to say straw but sticks, and you use it to sweep the yard, the house, and you sweep off the front and all those things. That is a form of spiritual cleansing within itself. So in this period, there's a lot of clearing. There's a lot of softening of yourself. There's a lot of, I'm just getting the word of rebrand, getting the do-over. And with the fish card, this is a birth, the softening, the getting to the core, the very little you, your inner child. This is the nurturing of that. This is allowing your inner child to connect with you and kind of see the world through their eyes, and letting them guide you on your journey to abundance, to desiring more, and kind of giving you the exact keys to what needs to be liberated first. What do I need from me right now? Your inner child will tell you exactly. And for some of you, you may have been hardened in this way due to a lot of discord with family, friends, or just not having that stable sense of community for you to feel or learn the art of vulnerability and intimacy. Ancestors, what additional messages can you provide for my pal to use? Shadow work, shadow work. Yes. So you may be calling in some blessings, especially with this corn card, and trying to harvest or just manifest a lot of things. Cosmic dreaming at the back of the deck. So we see the birth of these new ideas. We see the abundance. We see clearing out the old to make space for the new. We see you making room for your blessings. Okay. And this is also with the worldly work card. I'm gonna start there. With the worldly work card, this is also about physically clearing. While you're spiritually cleansing, things have to go. Everything must go. There's a closing out sale. You have to release some things. This may be decluttering your space, letting go of things that you are just kind of so attached to that don't bring you good memories. That don't bring you good memories at all. Also with the reciprocity card here, this is reminding me of yourself. How much are you giving to you? How do you plan on taking care of yourself? And in conjunction with your inner child, what do you both need to feel nurtured, to feel like you're safe and in a thriving environment? What do you need from you right now to plant these new seeds? How can you nourish yourself so you yourself can be planted and rooted in fertile soil? Where do you need to plant yourself so you can feel the sun always? And the warmth of life and the warmth of your ancestors, the warmth of this rebirth. In this period of rebirth, you're remembering the infinite power of your spirit. You remember that you can have more, that you can have pretty much whatever you want, whatever you want, and making room for those things always. And we have going back to the future. So this is going back to go forward. Like I said, inner child work is very paramount right now. In order to take the steps forward, your inner child will guide you. Your inner child will light the way. This is about restoring your own light that's within yourself reigniting that fire and letting love lead the way. Letting you lead the way. You are holding the key to your own liberation. And it's just a matter of meditation right now. At this point, it's just a matter of meditation. And so if there's any final messages for my pile twos with shadow work. Oops. Okay. Alrighty. Seven of Pentacles at the back of the deck. So have some patience with yourself this time. Remember to allow yourself grace. And right now, think of your future. Think of how you want to be loved. Right now, this is a period of using scripting as a tool. What do you want life to look like, feel like, be like? What do you want to experience? What are some of your dreams? And how can you allow things to fall away with grace? How can you not avoid any endings or the people that need to fall away? How can you not avoid the rebirth of your own spirit and the dismantling of the shell? Or the Three of Swords reverse, this is healing. This is having the space and opportunity to heal. This is having the space and opportunity to really bandage your wounds and apply some ointment to them. This is the opportunity to play more, sing a song to yourself, sing out loud, sing in the shower. This is the opportunity to dance more. This is the opportunity to play outside, to really just be yourself in a state of uninhibited bliss. Just a state of pureness, of ease, of just in the present moment. Okay, my pile twos, that is all I have for you. Thank you so much for being here, and I'm going to move on to pile number 3. Hi, my pile threes. Welcome to your reading. So the card you have chosen is number 6, and it is Alone in the World. So getting into this card, she's obviously naked, stripped from her clothing. So you may be feeling like at this point, a lot of people have been taken away from you. Maybe you just lost someone that has passed away or transitioned, or just feeling like you don't have a strong sense of community or maybe family, or just feeling very vulnerable and exposed. And maybe for just feeling like, you don't have anybody, obviously alone in the world. Or maybe just being in a space of feeling like nobody understands you. Nobody's really able to see the vision or able to be present in your world. Everybody, can't really see what you see. Ancestors, what do my pile threes need to know when it comes to their... Okay. Okay. Sorry if you guys hear my family in the background. Absolutely. Okay, so back of the deck we have altar. First and foremost, let me say this. You are never alone, even if you have a transition loved one, because we have ancestors here present and we have altar. So for those of you feeling like a transition loved one has left you and you're in just an immense state of grief, just know that they haven't, they may have left you physically, but they're with you spiritually and checking in on you. And your ancestors are wanting to provide support and comfort through this time of grief and transition. And you can always connect to your transition loved ones by building an altar, by elevating them for those who know how to do so. and all of those things. But most importantly, ask for what you need. If you need support, ask for it. If you need reassurance, ask for it. If you need guidance, ask for it. If you need them to sharpen your vision of love, ask for it. If you need help emotionally, ask for it. If you're feeling very anxious and in a state of disarray, ask what you need to do to welcome in peace in your life. Maybe you need a spiritual bath. Maybe they can guide you to someone who can create one, or guide you to the ingredients to create one and have it blessed by them. So back to the cards. So we have the book card here, and this is about your ancestors knowing exactly what they need you to know at this period in time. So you have all the tools, all of the information to make things move, but it's a matter of what you do with them. It's a matter of being brave and seeing the truth of your situation. For some of you, this may be a self-imposed isolation. For some of you, you may need to just let go of people from the past, or trying to continue to kind of fit in these groups that you that you have outgrown. So moving on to finding a community that resonates with you in this season of your life. The next card is the Ten of Pentacles. And with the Ten of Pentacles, this talks about security. So for those of you who may be experiencing financial issues, or just wanting a stronger sense of security within your foundation, you may just be called to share what you know. What you know may get you paid. And sharing it, and not kind of feeling like what you know is not enough. Call on the wisdom of your ancestors. You already have a lot of wisdom. We already come to the earth with wisdom. Especially those of you who have old souls. So sometimes it's a matter of stillness. It's a matter of listening to yourself. And even though you're alone, you feel alone, you would feel less alone if you connected more to yourself. So you can have this idea, okay, of what I need from others, what I need from myself, so I can not only nourish myself, but I can visually sharpen my vision and kind of keep away those imposters who don't really nourish me, and find my community of like minds for those who will pour into me as well. Those who will water me, those who will breathe life into me as I would do them, etc. Reciprocity is important, obviously. But yes, so this period is really about sharpening your vision and having the tools to do so already. Having the tools to expand and share your knowledge, share what you know. But also, there's a truth regarding you feeling alone that you are not ready to see yet. And sometimes the truth can paralyze us. And it requires us to be brave. It requires us to still move through that fear, still move to make the changes after this revelation is reached. And I already touched on the Ancestors card here. We also have the King of Swords with Lily. This is about speaking, using your voice. Use your voice to ask for what you need, ask for what you desire, and speak changes over your life. Some of you can manifest things just by speaking out loud. And sometimes you may forget that. You may forget the power of your voice. For some of you, you may not know how powerful it is for you to even pray over somebody, to just post a video of you just saying something motivational, something inspiring, and that could just reach thousands of people. And you never know, that could just change your life. So this is about finding new means of connection, of community, and not being afraid to step out there with your self-imposed limits of being alone. Let me get some more oracle. Anything else, ancestors, for my pile threes. And we have spiritual work, open road. Sorry. We have I'm talking to you in ancestral work reversed. Earth's medicine at the back of the deck. I just had to laugh because the ancestors and the altar card came out. They're really trying to send you these messages to say, hey, hello, ma'am, Mr. Person. I'm trying to talk to you. I'm trying to tell you something. It's just to give you guidance, to give you support, because you're not really alone. In ancestral work reverse, some of you need to be keeping up with your offerings, to just keep up with your veneration in general, or set up an altar, or just connect in general, literally in general. With the open word card here, again, you have the tools to liberate yourself, to move forward. There are some new opportunities coming to you, that you can move, that you can really elevate yourself in this period. You may need to do some spiritual work surrounding peace and protection, as well as blockbuster work, to kind of rid you of these blockages that are limiting you in any way, even when the blockage may be yourself. Sometimes that happens. It's not uncommon. And so if there's any final messages for my pile threes and their shadow and liberation work. King of Pentacles, Knight of Wands. Move. We got the Chariot. We have the Magician. What did I say about the Lily card? I don't be lying. I be speaking facts. So with the King of Pentacles here, and you already have the Ten of Pentacles here, it's 2 plus 2 is 4. I'm just kidding. But there's a lot of abundance. There's a lot of stability coming in. And this is also about awakening to your own power, to your own presence, and really kind of putting yourself out there. You need to ignite this passion in you. Or this may be some of you needing to generate even an online community. It can start there and go way beyond that, but it all starts with you coming out of your shell, coming out of this place where you feel like you have to be isolated and alone, or you have to stay. There's this proverb, it says you don't have to stay in the same place your enemy has thrown you. So exiting this space, you don't have to stay there. Nobody said you have to stay there. You may have fallen and then got hurt here, or slipped, or whatever the case may be, but you don't have to stay there. You have everything you need to move, to release yourself, to release that situation, to release the hurt and the harm that others may have inflicted, to the point where you feel like it's safer to be by yourself. And we have the Page of Cups. This is about restoring yourself emotionally, developing a sense of emotional regulation, and finding new means of connecting and feeling your way through it, so you can move forward on your journey confidently. You can take steady and powerful strides to cover distances and cover the goals that you are seeking to meet. So my pile threes, that is all I have for you. Thank you so much for being here, and I will catch you guys in the next video.